What have you got next?
So this is one that I wrote based on a novel by Zora Neale Hurston called Their Eyes Were Watching God. As Danielle said, I'm an English major, so I was putting off my homework in writing this song. It's called Janie.
Flower, live on WNCW here in Studio B. Janie. So what brings you to be so inspired by a novel, a century old? With this, this like a fairly legendary book now, but I'm sure a lot of people don't know it. How did you come to write Janie?
Oh, I love that question. Well, first of all, I think it's very fitting, now that you mention it, that the novel is so old. We love to joke with our fans. Sometimes people will act like we're too young to appreciate old music, but the roots of the traditions that all of us are pulling from are as old or older than that novel. So I think right away there's some sort of connection in that age between the musical tradition and that novel. And I also think the thing that I love so much about Zora Neale Hurston is that her novels sort of transcend time. And so when I was sitting in my little reading chair reading that book, I really felt like I could relate to Janie, even though she's a fictional character from the 1920s. And I think good writing and good songwriting as well can sort of cross those boundaries. And so I wanted to draw on that and try to emulate her with that song.
Yeah, I think you hit on it. I think it matched up pretty well here. And the harmonies also evident in this song and all of your songs. I thought I'd ask you about how you develop those harmonies. How does that work with actually putting it together, like when you write a song?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we all bring our own songs generally. We haven't written songs together yet, but when we do bring songs to the band, it becomes all of our songs. And I think for the harmonies, it really just falls into place. Like, we hear the chorus, we have a general idea of where we want it to go, but we say, all right, do you want the high part or the low part? And then we'll switch later on to see what works better. But it's pretty much just automatic.
Yeah, it's cool. Some songs we'll bring them to the band for the first time, and immediately the harmonies will fall into place, and we won't touch them again. But there are other songs that we'll workshop. Molly's song, My Little Birdie, that you were mentioning is sort of like that. We worked on that harmony for a while, and they all come out cool. So it's a cool part of the process.
So is this written or just memorized or what?
Memorized.
All right.
What's memorized?
The harmonies.
Oh. Well, also, I think that it's just the style of this Appalachian kind of music where it's improv and is, I can't say that word. You know what I mean?
Improvisation.
Okay, yes. That where there's a lot of times that we do things just because it feels like it's going that direction, and it works out a lot of times. And that's a fun thing about this band, is that everybody kind of carries their own weight, like instrumentally and vocally, and so we can experiment a lot with each other, and it's really fun because we never know what we're going to do sometimes.
That is the best part. We plan things out for today, but that's not usually the case.
Any other harmony groups, especially female harmonies, that you look up to either in or out of roots music?
Oh, man.
I mean, I know one. The way we got our name was from this medley of two different versions, Tom Petty and Dolly Parton's Wildflowers, and the Waylon Jennings.
Mm-hmm. I think also I'm With Her. Like, they're pretty prominent, like Sarah Jarosz and all of them. Big influences, at least on me.
Definitely. I'd say like family band stuff, like growing up hearing it live made a huge difference for me, just like family harmonies. So that too.
Along the way that you've, this pretty quick sort of journey that you've been taking since, the making of this record, especially like in the past year or so, you've gone out and played a lot more shows, and you've been opening for some pretty well-established artists. And I wonder what stands out in your mind with all of those experiences, say opening up for the Rangers or Still Drivers, groups like that.
Go, Madeline.
Those were both very cool. I think one of the coolest sort of touring opening experiences we had was in Colorado. Back in July, we played at the High Mountain Hay Fever Festival, just put on by, tell me the name of that band.
Ron Thomason.
Dry Branch Fire Squad.
Yeah, and we got to open for Ralph 2 and his band, sort of, which was really cool because obviously they're just heroes of this genre. And they were really friendly, and so that was a cool moment.
Yeah, a lot of the groups that we've gotten to open for, like the Steel Drivers and Steep Canyon Rangers, they're very, very friendly. They're very open and giving us advice. And when we need answers to questions, they're always very helpful.
We have lots of questions.
They've given us a lot of really good opportunities.
Excellent. Yeah, that community spirit, I mean, it's something else in the roots music world. I say it's a step above.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So what plans do you have for yourselves in the near future? Any plans for the Wilder Flower? Any other wrinkles that may be coming down the road?
It's a big question. I think we're all about to free up in maybe 9 months, and so we're hoping to launch into more touring then. So far it's been kind of weekends and summers.
Molly says, oh.
we don't know is the answer.
Now, Madeline, you're about to finish school?
Yes.
Is that going into your senior year?
That's right. That's the 9-month timeline, more or less, for
big stuff.
For us to, really get out there with it.
Well, we're very much looking forward to what comes and wishing you all of the best. We're excited to have you here at Tryon at the Earl Scruggs Music Festival.
We're super excited.
It's a pretty big deal. Friday at 3, we'll be watching you there, as well as a lot of gigs that you can see on the Wilder Flower Music Kendrick.com.
Exactly.